Aloha and welcome everyone. Just doing a quick book review on The Pathway to Powerful by Carla Chud. Now before I go into the book, I want to just kind of read about Carla Chud. Carla Chud is the Senior Associate Leader at Northgate, Alaska Church, where she is responsible for developing culture, implementing strategy, and directing operations. Prior to this role, she and her husband Aaron have been involved in church and youth leadership for over 15 years. She is a gifted communicator who is passionate about personal transformation and champion people to influence the cultures of their families, workplaces, and churches. Aaron and Carla were married in 2002 and are proud parents of two incredible children, Ashton and Ava. Now, if you are a leader of any organization, church, or even out in the world, it is probable that there are times that you get into confrontations with people who may have experienced life differently than you. And you maybe have confrontations with them that may not be the best. And what Carla Chud did is she took her life experiences and the book written by Danny Silk, Keep Your Love On, and she kind of merged them into this amazing book, The Pathway to Powerful. My pastor, Jason Evans of Riverside Church, suggested this book to me, and the subtitle of this is Learning to Lead a Courageous, Connected Culture. Now, how this book is set up, the chapters of this book, should I say, is she has very easy to read chapters where she really develops the chapters with her experiences and references strongly Danny Silk's Keep Your Love On book. And then she'll summarize with very strong bullet points and then an activation, sort of like an implementation of what she presented in the chapter. Almost a Bible study implementation type of usage of what she presented in, the chapter prior to. And the chapters aren't very long, so it's very easy to read, a very easy to read book. Now, the table of contents, the chapters, the topics of the chapter are: we have a problem, confronting powerlessness, healing broken places, becoming a powerful leader, installing a lens of honor, exchanging the truth, cultivating healthy confrontation, and protecting a powerful culture. Again, this is all about igniting powerful connecting and powerful communication. Now, there are a few areas that I want to just read. I'm not going to read the whole book, but I definitely want to read a couple things to kind of ignite your interest and spark your interest in this book. The first part came from chapter 4, Becoming a Powerful Leader. And this paragraph, really stood out to me. She wrote, when we look at the people in scripture and throughout history who were specifically called by God to positions of leadership, we see that He always prepared them for those positions by leading them through all kinds of painful experiences that tested and shaped their character. God prepared Joseph to lead Egypt by leading him through years of family rejection, slavery, false accusations, imprisonment, and abandonment. Before taking the throne of Israel, David endured multiple assassination attempts, betrayals, alienations, homelessness, and years of living as a hunted man. So it shouldn't surprise those of us who feel called to leadership when God leads us into challenging circumstances. If we choose to see them from God's perspectives, those challenging situations will catalyze our best seasons of growth as we build to the capacity to step into the roles we dream about. And it really challenged me, and it really encouraged me, because I myself have gone through many seasons of what seems dark and lonely. And I know many in ministry who go through those dark and lonely places, and we can look at those times as times of where we see ourselves as being persecuted, right? But she challenges us within the book to see these times as times of being molded and pressed, and like a diamond sharpened. But not just that, learning that these circumstances that we go through can affect the way we communicate, and can affect the way we think, and how we need to be aware of that. It will affect the way we respond. She also addresses how we need to be aware that not just our experiences, but other people's experiences will affect the way they respond to our leadership. Another area I wanted to read, what came from page 109, is the core problem. She states, the core problem affecting these teams in an unhealthy leadership model uses fear, shame, and religious pressure to control those within the organization. In almost all causes, leaders do not make themselves available for feedback and are not able to be confronted. And I know that's a big thing as well, right? Within organizations, not just churches, is leaderships aren't able to be molded and confronted, and we need to be able to be molded into what God has called us to be. And she goes into healthy confrontation, and just really 6 key points that she says within that same chapter of cultivating healthy confrontation. She says that the 6 steps is to 1, take it to the Lord; 2, gain perspective; 3, to confront fear; 4, to choose curiosity; 5, practice vulnerability; and 6, to learn from experience. Now, she goes very much into detail in this book, and I really encourage you, if you are in leadership, or not just if you're in leadership, if you find yourself having difficulty in communicating with people, whether you are on the leadership side or if you're on the employee side, if you just have trouble communicating with people because of your life experiences, or just where your personality type, definitely look into the pathway to powerful. It'll open your eyes into maybe why you see yourself as not powerful. It'll empower you to see yourself differently, and it'll help you to become the powerful person that God has created you to be. So again, it's The Pathway to Powerful by Carla Chud. And it also incorporates many of the notes by Danny Silk from Keep Your Love On. Mahalo, and thank you for allowing me to equip you, a kingdom ambassador, with Aloha. Mahalo.